Welcome back to Malden's Revolution. I'm Mark Linehan. 250 years ago today, on May 15, 1775, the Committee of Safety clarified the military command structure around Malden's new company of militia specifically tasked with guarding the Mystic River and coastlines between Charlestown and Malden. 250 years ago today, they voted that Captain Naylor Hatch of Malden's company be affixed to Colonel Gardner's regiment, but they are to remain in Malden until the special order of Colonel Gardner shall be received for their attendance elsewhere. So let's meet the newest character in Malden's Revolution, Colonel Thomas Gardner. So here's the deal. I mentioned in a previous video how I am an actor by profession and passion, and right now I am in tech. If you are watching this on Thursday, May 15th, we open tomorrow here at the Lyric Stage Company in downtown Boston. And I needed to get these two videos out this week, and this is my third tech in a month and a half. So I know you were expecting the usual standouts and polished video, blah, 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 but this really is going to be less millennial analog content and just the usual public rantings that we expect from Gen Z. Colonel Thomas Gardner was born in the town of Brookline, but eventually settled in a part of Cambridge across the Charles River called Little Cambridge, which broke away from Cambridge in 1807 and took the name Brighton. 70 years later, it agreed to be annexed by the city of Boston and is now the neighborhood of Brighton. TLDR, he's from Cambridge. The Gardner family had been among the earliest settlers of Massachusetts. Now, Thomas Gardner was a prominent and prosperous member of the Little Cambridge community, but his public roles had expanded quickly in only a few short months. Having only been elected captain of a militia company in 1771, in October of 1774, Gardner was named the colonel of the 1st Middlesex Regiment after its previous commander, William Brattle, had treacherously switched sides from supporting the Patriots to declaring his loyalty to the crown. If Brattle sounds familiar, it's because despite being a loyalist, his name is everywhere, including Brattle Street, the Brattle Theater, and Brattleboro, Vermont. After Brattle fled from his Cambridge mansion for the safety of Boston soon after the arrival of Thomas Gage in 1774, Thomas Gardner was chosen as colonel of the 1st Middlesex Regiment. Middlesex County back then included towns like Woburn, Billerica, Malden, Watertown, Cambridge, Charlestown, Sudbury, and Reading. Only 5 days before Lexington and Concord, Colonel Thomas Gardner was named to the Committee of Safety, meaning he didn't just command troops, but he had a voice and role in policy and strategy as well. And although still a colonel, orders to general officers like Artemus Ward or William Heath came from the Committee of Safety, so Malden's commanding officer is now in a position to help guide military strategy and can, as a member of the committee, give orders to officers who outrank him. Spoiler alert, in my next show, I have sideburns. But this particular order of May 15th concerning the Malden militia seems to preserve the status quo. Colonel Gardner has been our commanding officer since last autumn, and Naylor Hatch's company was created for the purpose of guarding the coast. So keeping them in Malden and apart from the rest of Gardner's regiment isn't at all controversial in May. But unknown to the provincial Congress and the militia on the Mystic, this seemingly simple piece of paperwork will have a tremendous impact on the people of Malden next month in the aftermath of the legendary Battle of Bunker Hill. Coming up over the next couple weeks, our next Patriot Profiles, a historical mystery is solved just in time for the 250th, stealing livestock turns into a battle, and this year, that long-forgotten battle gets a boat tour. See you soon. Hi, can I get a medium iced coffee?